Reverend Jackson, thanks so much for being with me. I'm so glad to hear, as all of us have been getting emails and notices about Marissa Alexander, and I understand you're on your way to Florida to see about if you can get her out of prison.
Well, we're going to maximize the pressure. This is such a classic expression of how subjective is the stand your ground laws. One guy murders a man in cold blood, and he's walking free. Another woman shoots to defend herself from an aggressive husband, indeed a brutal one, and she's serving 20 years in jail based on interpretation of that law. That's why the fight to stand your ground laws is a fight that we must win, because it lends itself to too much political interpretation. Here's a woman with 3 children. She was beaten while she was pregnant, inducing early birth. She'd gone to pump feed her baby's milk in the container.
All right.
And, argument took place and the like. So she escaped and got her gun, registered in her name, by the way, Joe.
So it was a legally registered handgun. Okay.
And that's right. She could have shot him cold blood. She chose to scare him, attempt to, by shooting, in the roof, in the wall. And for that, she's facing 20 years. And she's faced 3 years. She's served 3 years already, by the way. She got 17 more to go.
And the argument was that she shot into the wall and that there were supposed to be children on the other side of the wall.
On the other side.
Yeah.
Of course, she was not shooting at them.
Right.
And she was shooting away from him so that she would not hit him. And, of course, the bullet ricocheted to the roof. So she didn't really shoot at anybody.
Right.
And did not hit anybody.
Right. And so you say you're going to try to maximize pressure. The question that I have is, what can this audience do? I mean, I wanted to respond immediately to your request to be on. What is it that you would want my audience to do to help with this?
I think one thing that people are doing, of course, is to appeal to the governor for a pardon. That's a thing people can do. Second thing is that we hope that her appeal, she's now on appeal, that the 3 judges in the appeals court, which is slow to happen, by the way, that they would, in fact, accept her appeal and overthrow the judgment. And the third thing we're having doing, of course, is that we're escalating the boycott on Florida, as we did on South Africa, to end an oppressive, unjust law.
Is there something, and I don't know this, so I'm asking advisedly, Reverend Jackson, can the president pardon her? Or commute her sentence?
I doubt it. I can't say that. That's too legal for me. I'm not sure.
Okay, so this is something we could talk to someone like Ogletree about and get some kind of legal opinion.
Indeed. But, of course, Joe, in the case of Marissa and the case of Trayvon,
right,
they become very bright symbols of what is pervasive. I mean, this thing is not just, Trayvon and Marissa. I mean, there's 21 states. Now, the thing is, since the protests around Trayvon's murder has taken, they were going to do it in 8 other states. They've stopped it.
Right.
Because protests work. Marching matters.
Right.
8 other states would have had it by now. But right now you have 21 other states doing it, and they're doing it without the kind of glare and light that we're putting on Marissa and on Trayvon.
Yeah. It's like our friend said, Ron Walters, it's the difference between a movement and a moment is sacrifice, and people sacrifice by marching and demonstrating, and you would agree, this has to become a movement.
Well, if there's anything that's significant for a generation that call themselves post-racial and post-demonstration, then now the demonstrations matter, and they work. I mean, it's like, you're playing with somebody talk a joke out your hand. I mean, demonstrations work.
Right.
When you have mass action, mass voting, mass protest, mass action works. Whether that is in Egypt or whether that is in Florida, mass action works. And mass conversation without mass action does not work.
That's right. Finally, what city will you be going to? Because there might be people listening who may want to join you.
Well, she is in Jacksonville. She was in the penitentiary, and they brought her back to the jail because she's on appeal at this point. So we do not know how they will maneuver her, because they know that the help is on the way. Mm-hmm. But what I do know is that the more we talk about it, the more value it is for the case.
All right.
I want to thank you and your wife, and really you're producing in a very special way for getting the word out.
All right. So should Can folks go to your website, your push website?
Yeah, we have a website. We're trying to get a strong petition on her freedom, www.rainbowpush.org, or Marissa Alexander.
All right, good.
www.rainbowpush.org.
I can tell you what, we'll put it on our Facebook and get it up there so that we'll.
I'm also going to
matter of fact,
my column from yesterday, Joe. I want you to have that column. This thing about race conversation. Even slaves went from conversation. They went from slavery to emancipation, not conversation. Conversation is obvious. 31 cities, blacks are 40% unemployment, and 50% unemployment. We don't need conversation. We need a jobs-focused plan.
All right, I will get that, and I'll get that up on our website and Facebook also. And my producers just told me we already have the petition. Okay, up on the Facebook already.
Thank you, friend.
All right, thank you.